the side of the
さすが
family.
には惜しいな小僧。この海で俺の名を背負って好きなだけ暴れてみろ。
Oh man, this was
おい
when
なれ。
you are my son from now on. Wow, this is when Whitebeard took him in.
親父は白ひげ一人で。
Now, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, on another episode on One Piece. Thank you guys so much for your support on the episodes. Thank you for your input. Much appreciated. Now, the past 3 episodes that I have done, when I looked at the canon episodes, those past 3 episodes, I believe episodes 419, 418, 420, 420, even 421, they are not part of the canon episodes. But due to the fact that I've done most of them anyways, and again, based on the fact that each episode kind of shows us where the Straw Hat were taken, such as Sanjay, Nami, Nico Robin, Chopper, Usopp, and Frankie. Now we know what they've been doing, what they were taking, even though it's not that really important. But I guess it's good to know, and especially there are 2 more, right? Zoro and Brook. We don't know where they are. Maybe episode 421 will explain it, since the previous episode has been showing where the Straw Hat, part of the crew members, were taken. Now, with that being said, Impel Down starts from episode 422. So I could have skipped the previous 3 episodes or the previous 4 episodes if you add episode 421, but I didn't because I'm going to do episode 421 now, and then Impel Down will finally kicks off. So without further ado, I'm stoked, I'm elated, because the conversation Gap wanted to have with Ace was cut short. And I've been speculating, I've been wondering, I've been reminiscing, what the hell happened? You know, I would like to hear those two speak before what goes down goes down. So without further ado, let's check out the next episodes and see what took place. Ish.
気になるルフィの仲間だという二人の女。どうしてもわらわよりその二人の方が良いと申すのか。
だから俺のことは忘れろって言ってんだろ。
This is messed up. You know, I don't blame the poor girl, you know, because
わらわは決して諦めぬぞ。なぜ
I won't back off.
わらわの方がはるかにルフィを思っておるからじゃ。
So she thinks that Luffy is having an affair with Nami and Nico Robin.
ルフィ、そなた密航者だということを忘れるな。
これがあの美しくも麗しい女帝の笑い声か。
Meanwhile, the Navy crew are watching.
少佐が
They're investigating. They're, you know, there's noise coming out of her
バー
chambers.
ソロミュー・クマによって別々の島に飛ばされた一味は
Ruins of Shikuru Kingdom.
恨みたい。恨みたい。暗くて湿ってて怨念渦巻く古城のほとりで呪いの歌でも歌って過ごしたい。
Ronan.
何？
くまめ。でも召使いがいないなんて聞いてない。朝はふかふかのベッドの上。
Are you kidding me? I have spent episodes upon episode wondering where did this man, what did he do to Perone?
ここはどこなの？マリア様。寂しいよ。詳しい。スリラーバーグに帰った。
Someone dropped. Somebody has been sent here. Could he be one of the Straw Hat pirates? That's Zoro. That's Rorona Zoro.
で、
Yo.
麦わらの仲間。
My goodness, man. It makes sense because he's been sending people away this whole time. Oh, she's attending to his wounds. That's nice of her. I never thought Perone could be so nice. You got sent the fuck away. I hope this is not gonna turn into a fight.
なんでてめえがここに。
てめえこそなんだよ。突然叫びやがって。
That's the screaming all of a sudden, punk.
の刀はどこだ。
渡すか武器なんて。
てめえ。
これでも食らえ。ネガティブ。
Already? It's gonna make him depressed.
生きててすみません。
I'm a piece of garbage. I guess she kind of had to do that to him to calm him down because Zoro is a knucklehead, you know?
てめえさけよくも。
低い声で喋んな。可愛くね。今から私に使えるんだ。わかったな。
He needs to rest.
てろよ。
てめえ何やってんの
I told you guys, right?
おーなんだこりゃ
She tied
てめえ何してくれた
she tied him to one of her henchmen.
どなってすいません
わかりゃいいんだ。
てめえ態度でかくてすいませんふざけんなご主人様と呼ぶか
This is gonna continue until Zoro finally comes down. She's not gonna.
にしろてめえこんなとこでグズグズしてらんねえんだ早く戻らねえと
出口はこっちだぞ。
I think these two are gonna get along swiftly for some reason. When this is all over, I think they're gonna. Ooh.
おい、
なんだよ刀のありかでも教える気になったか
行っちまうのかよ。
お前には関係ね
Yeah, you know, she's alone. She wants someone to talk to except from her henchmen and all of that. At least she helped him out. You know, she helped fix him up a little bit.
そう簡単には行かせない。
I guess she's not.
私に付き合ってもらうぞ。
Yeah, he kind of needs the rest though. He needs that rest. He needs to get that rest. You know, he's heavily beat up. And remember, he was injured even before Sabadi Archipelago. You know, he needs rest. Grand Line Namakaru Land.
どうか憎き奴らに恐怖と死の報いを我らの望みを叶えさせたまえ
What kind of hocus pocus ritual is this one? What are these people asking for?
求め訴えたり
For riches? Because their land is full of poverty? Oh, shoot.
イデオサタンイデオサタン
I rebuke that shit.
望みを叶えさせたま
I
え
rebuke it in the name of Christ, in the name of Jesus. I rebuke it. What now? They finally got their wish and they're scared?
これが悪魔
黒魔術で召喚
I just seen an afro. That's Brooke.
魔王サタン様この願いが叶うのなら我々全員この魂をあなたに売る覚悟
どうか奴らに白手つや私は一体どこまで飛ばされたというのでしょうかルフィさんや皆さんは一体
Okay, and that completes
帰らなくては
the Straw Hats. Now we know where we know where they are. And it's actually interesting. I believe this is Kuma's idea. He sent them based on their character. He sent them away.
すいませんパンツ見せてもらってもよろしいですか
パンツだ急いでパンツをお見せしろ
Yep, another pervert Luffy to demobilize their intuition.
フォート
My
レス
goodness.
BS 公開処刑まであと6日白ひげ監視船を全滅させたことにより海軍本部は一層緊張感を増しマリンフォードの港には各地で名を上げる屈強な海兵たちが続々と着工
Various admiral. Captain Smoke or Smoker. And this must be a big case, huh?
すべての戦力が海軍本部に集結していた。
This is a big case. All the vice admirals and vice and admirals
マリージョ
are here. They've gathered here.
すでに召集された七部会の海賊たちにも戦闘陣営が伝えられるが、いずれも手に余るくせ者ぞろい。ただ一つだけ理解できることは、彼らが一丸となって戦うことはまず考えられない。
Even with all finally.
ところで白ひげが止まることはない。
That's true. That's actually true. Maybe even Gap. I'm not sure if Gap can do it. I wonder how he feels. Oyaji. Oyaji. This is the very first time, if I'm not mistaken, Ace actually calling out to his father. I think Ace might have spent a little bit more time with his father than Luffy did. I think Luffy was sent away as soon as he turned 1 year, or even it may have even been before that. But I think Ace knew his father a little more than Luffy did. And for the fact that at this very moment, Ace, in this destitute position, in this desperate situation, called out to his father, that must mean the situation is grand and grind slim. The situation is steep. Not only is he in pain because he's been chained in that position for a very long time, for days, if not for weeks, right? Because they can't allow him to use his ability. They must chain him up to demobilize him from using his arm. And on top of that, the stripe, the strain he puts on the body just sitting like that for hours and days. And on top of that, the area where you're sitting, just all of that is going to be honing in on his psyche, you know? But for him to call out to his father, that means, you know, he has reached the end point of his emotion where he would wish his father is here to assist him, maybe to find a solution to all of this. But then again, he has his grandfather sitting across him and not really showing much of an emotion, just laughing it up, you know, because Gap, at the end of the day, that's his blood. And I'm not sure if we're actually gonna, Gap is gonna speak on how he truly feel about all of this, because at the end of the day, this is his blood. As much as this is his blood, Gap also has what you call responsibility to uphold with the power that he is involved with, right? At the end of the day. So it's kind of a pickle. It's kind of a hard situation watching this happen. But I would like to know more. Let's move on to the next episode because, ladies and gentlemen, Impel Down is finally about to happen, starting from episode 222. Although it started a little bit towards the ending of this episode, but I get to say, E-Vlog is finally ready. I am finally ready to see what Impel Down is all about. Knowing the full fact that all these admirals, all these vice admiral, all the marine fold, all the marines are at bay, watching, ready, geared up, and on a high alert knowing fully well that Whitebeard is not going to let this stand, knowing fully well that Whitebeard is not going to let this stay, knowing fully well that Whitebeard would rather die than to allow one of his own to be executed public style, public execution. They have summoned the warlords. The warlords are at their resting place, and we see Giko Dan Morai all banded up, all taped up, all covered up, all oiled up, because his ass got whooped at Trailer Bark, and he hasn't forgotten about that in any way, shape, or form. And knowing fully well that the person that whooped his ass is none other than the Straw Hats, none other than the Monkey D. Luffy, and he sees a relative of Luffy about to be executed, I got to say that Giko Morai is somehow, some way elated. If he's not going to get back to Luffy, if he's not going to get his revenge on Luffy, at least he will get someone close to Luffy, which is his older brother. He will love to see Ace get murdered. Now comes the question. Will Luffy get here in time? Will Whitebeard get here in time? Will Gab sit still and watch his grandson get executed public style? Will Dragon sit back, cross his legs, fold his arms, and watch his son, his oldest son, probably his first son? I'm not sure if Dragon has other son anywhere, but based on what we know, Ace and Luffy are his bloodline. Will he watch his eldest son get murdered? Because if I go back, Dragon did not stay still to watch Luffy get executed. Luffy was about to be executed at one point, and Dragon stepped in. Without a shadow of a doubt, he stepped in to save his child, his son. What will happen now? Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I am stoked. I am elated. I am pumped up. I am ready. It's like bee and honey. I am ready to take this on. I am ready like milk and grease. I am ready like steak and grease. I am ready like fries and hamburger, and ready to see what comes next. Without further ado, let's check on the next episodes and see what took place.
お前とルフィには立派な海兵になってもらいたかったがのう。
That's true.
どころか兄弟揃ってまあ大変なゴロつきになりよって。お前もルフィの噂は聞いておるじゃろ。ウォーターセブンで世界政府に喧嘩を売り、なんと司法の島 NS ロビーを落としおった。
He has expressed that before.
この愛ある拳をたらふく食わせてやったが、その後もちっとも懲りておらんようじゃ。今度はシャボンディ諸島でとんでもない大事件を。さすがわしの孫じゃ。
Even Ace is actually smiling a bit.
ルフィに親父の話をしたんじゃ。
父ちゃんってなんだよ。俺に父ちゃんなんかいんのか？
お前の父の名はモンキー D ドラゴン。革命家じゃ。
Monkey D. Dragon.
父親がおることにビビっておったわい。
そんなもん知る方が知るまいが、大犯罪者の血を引いてんだ。海兵になんてなれるわけに。だけど俺はポートガスって体温あるおふくろの名はついでも、ろくでもねえ父親の方の半分の血は願い下げだ。なん
そうじゃろうが、あいつはあいつで。
だからよ、じじい。
He took his mother's side of the
死
family.
ぬには惜しいな小僧。この海で俺の名を背負って好きなだけ暴れてみろ。
Oh man, this was
おい
when
なれ。
you are my son from now on. Wow, this is when Whitebeard took him in.
親父は白ひげ一人で
Whitebeard took him in and made him treat him like his son. I guess that's the reason why. And that his last name, I've been wondering. Now I know he took it from his mother. That card is burning up pretty fast. And Luffy is watching this. That card is burning up pretty fast, man.
誰の船だ？あのマーク、見覚えはありますが、すぐに調べます。その程度の記憶なら、特に大物でもあるまい。追っておけ。この航海は一刻を争う。
They're focusing on their mission. They don't want to be messing with any other pirate ship.
これ以上どうすることもできねえ。これから俺たち一体どうすりゃいいんだ、アルビダ姉さん。
私に頼るんじゃないよ。
Avida, she lost weight.
お前たちだろ？大枚はたいてエターナルポースまで手に入れて。
だって俺たちインペルダウンへ連行されたバギー船長を助けたい一心で。
Wait, Captain Boogie is also at Impel Down? What the hell?
死ぬと分かってる場所へ私は行かないよ。船だってもったいない。お前たちは気が済むまでボートでバギーを追いかけるといい。
今まで本当にお世話になりました。あなたから受けたご恩、一生忘れません。
They don't want to die.
G1-00660、これより海流に乗る開門の準備を。
ルフィとハンコックを乗せた軍艦は政府の3つの中枢機関を結ぶ海軍専用タライ海流へと差し掛かる。
The great underwater prison, Impel Down. My goodness. You could imagine how many prisoners that are here, how many pirates and underlines and deadliest pirates that are here. Or maybe the deadliest are the warlords. But there must be people that don't want to be warlord or anything, that just want to do their own thing that has been captured here for a reason.
4日と半日が経過していた。
モモンが中将、インペルダウンに到着しました。開門急げ。あいあいさ。
Luffy has arrived and he's finally here. And Gap doesn't know that Luffy is coming here too. And I'm sure Ace is not anticipating on this. I don't think the world government is anticipating on this either. My goodness. Luffy, once that gate closes, that is it, buddy. The gate is about to close up on you. Once this gate closes, ain't no way you're getting out easily anymore.
向かい風で少々遅れましたが、インペルダウンに到着しました。参ったな。急ごう。ハンコックをすぐ呼べ。ハンコック殿、到着いたしました。
すぐに行く。は今世界で最も危険な場所じゃ。
How is Luffy going to hang?
海軍中将5名が軍艦実績で総攻撃をするという海軍最強の軍事作戦。
How is he gonna be able to hang on to her
こ
this
こに
whole
いるの
time?
か。おそらく遥か海底におるのじゃろう。さあ、服の中へ。
He's gonna get into her cloak. Ooh, the gate is about to close.
お前からの条件だが、事件の中心人物ポートガス DS を一目見ることだな。先日も話したが、ここは本来七部会とて海賊の立ち入りを禁じている。る際には手に海楼石の女王、さらに入り口では厳重なるボディチェックをさせてもらう。
Ooh, a body check.
なんとかする。そのまま行ってくれ。
我はなら構わぬ。
何？道家のバギー？檻から消えただと。
What? Luke, Buggy has vanished from his cell?
中将と七部会のハンコック殿がお付きに。
なあ、すぐに行く。
Any moment, oh hell is gonna break loose. Everything right now, it's like a thin ice. How will Luffy be able to escape from the notice of the world government right now?
なんという空気の重さ。地獄とはこういう場所か。
ついに中まで来た。まだ安心はできぬが。
You can just imagine for a marine to be saying that this must be hell.
我がインペルダウンへ。
あ、間違えました。我がってちょっと野心出ちゃった。私はまだ副所長のハンニャバルです。よろしくお願いスマッシュ。
モモンガだ。
所長のマゼランはレベル4の所長室におりまっしゅので、お立ち寄りいただきまっしゅ。
やはり囚人にも格というものがあり、近く入国された囚人では被験のエース、七部会ジンベエ氏、そして元七部会クロコダイル氏などは犯さず、実に見事な入国でした。
Oh, Crocodile is here? The former warlord. Why did they? Well, I guess after his defeat.
客人は個室でのチェックです。ご安心を。
So he didn't go free, huh? The world government took him in and captured him and put him here.
は外していただきます。一番物を隠しやすいアイテムですので、ここでお預かりいたします。疑うわけではありませんが、不審な行動を取られませんように。
It's about to go down.
内部には至る所に監視電電虫が這い回り、監視モニターに映像を送り続けています。
おお、これが海賊女帝。
They have cameras in there. Oh my god, they have cameras in the damn place. That makes it impossible.
おお、かわいい。
How is she gonna be able to do this?
早速ですが、まず回廊石の手錠から。囚人でもないのに手錠とは念入りなことじゃ。
That means if she does anything, that handcuff will stay forever if she betrays the Navy. She could turn that thing to stone, that camera. What will you do? The amount of guards, the amount of security that is here right now, it's crazy.
エース公開処刑まであと33時間。
Ooh! Public execution of Ace is in 33 hours. That means a day plus a little hours. A day and say 8 hours. A day and 8 hours or 7 hours left for Ace public execution to finally commence. Now, I'm so glad that I got to see the heart-to-heart conversation between Gap and his grandson. Let me just get that out of the way. And I'm glad to get to know why Ace's last name is a little different from Luffy's last name. You know, because I've been wondering if it's his brother. What gives? Are they from the same father or from the same? Why is his last name different? It was because Ace took his mother's last name instead of his father's last name. I guess due to the fact that he himself didn't get to spend that much time with their father either. You know, he didn't get to know his father very well, which is the reason why he didn't take up his father's last name out of, I guess, bigotry, out of grievance towards his father. But as you can see, towards the end of his life now, he's asking for his father because he knows his father, I guess the father role is always a monumental, um, mentally, psychological, physical, spiritual um, thing for any child, for any man, for any woman, for any individual, you know, because the role of a father is a father figure. It is your real father, you know, or somebody who that if they were here, they could make a big difference. It's something that that never fades, even when you're mad, even when it's a destitute moment, it also matters as well. So Hancock and Luffy are here finally. There's nowhere else to go. If Hancock decides to turn back and says, I don't need to see him anymore, they're gonna suspect her because the camera is on her. Whatever that vice um, warden says right now will be the law. If she feels that Hancock is a traitor, they will make her a traitor. Right now, the only way is to keep going forward. But how can she go forward? And I have said the only way maybe she might have to turn that damn camera into stone because that's a snail. That's a life living creature there. She can turn her into stone. That's the only possible way. At least with that, she wouldn't have eye on her like that. For a moment, for a brief moment. But that's if she can be able to distract the vice warden in order to get that one up on that camera. That's number one. Number two, once she gets there, would there be other cameras there? Would there be an eye there? And we now know that there are a couple of big names that are here. One of them is Crocodile. I guess after his defeat, and based on the fact that Crocodile didn't go with the name Crocodile. He went by Mr. Zero in order to cover his identity. So that's a big name. After his defeat, he got captured by the world government and he's in prison. And the other warlords are at bay. And the way things were supposed to go, if Ball Hancock didn't meet Luffy and she decided to, maybe if she didn't meet Luffy, would she have decided to go to the world government to see this execution and to protect the world government from any harm coming from the whitebeard? Would she? What do you guys think? If she didn't meet Luffy, would she have gone? Yes or no? And if she had gone, by now she would be where the other warlords are. She would be sitting with them and dining with them at their own sector, right? And as you can see, based on the fact that she's here, they cannot, if this is a world government or a vice admiral, they won't put chains on him. But because she's a pirate, so the world government still, even as a warlord, they still don't trust her because she's a pirate. They don't want anything to happen. They don't want any mishaps. As you can see, when Gap came in here, Gap was not in chains in any way, shape, or form. And if Momoga or Momonage or whatever his name is, if he had came in here, he wouldn't be in chains. But for a warlord, they will put you in chains just to make sure nothing happens and everything goes smoothly. They don't trust even the warlords. That goes to show. And they are working hand in hand with warlords, But when it comes to this, knowing that Ace is a pirate, they don't trust Hancock. But will she agree to slap those shackles on herself? The next episode is going to be interesting. I wish I could watch it right now, but it's okay. It's okay. Let's enjoy this moment. Let's savor. Let's, enjoy this episode and let it digest. Because sometimes you need things to digest, to settle in, to take it all in, everything that has happened, all the information, and then you can move forward. But it's a great 2 episodes. Now we know where Zoro is. and Perona is helping him heal up. And we know where Brooke is. Brooke is almost find himself in similar, almost the same situation as Luffy, because those people views him as their savior, so he can ask anything he wants to ask right now, and they won't notice. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I thought that I was kind of speculating, will Luffy end up meeting his crew before he gets here? Maybe, maybe not, but they are away for now. Luffy's doing this solo with the help of boy Hancock. And I'm not sure how this is gonna turn out, but you rest assured know it won't turn out easy because Whitebeard is making his way here. He's on his way. This public execution, and due to the fact we now know, or I just know, that Whitebeard took him in, and Ace sees Whitebeard as his father. So that father and son connection, not only is Ace one of Whitebeard's pupil, not only is one of Whitebeard's own, Whitebeard regards him as his son. That's his son. So, will a father want a son to be murdered like that? And again, the question that I have, here's another last question that I have for you guys. When Ace called out, "Father, I wish you are here," or something like that, is he talking about his real father, Dragon? Or is he actually talking about Whitebeard? Which father was he wishing to be there? Which one? Whitebeard or Dragon? Let me know in the comment section, guys. Thank you guys so much once again, and thank you for your support. On that note, see you in the next video.